G'day and welcome to the Box Seat. I'm Pete Anthonys. It's good to be here to preview 7 races from Belmont Park this Wednesday. A quick look at the forecast. The weather should be, there's a late shower or two and 19 degrees. The rail is out in the 15-metre position and I'm expecting a good forward track for racing. Race 1 at Belmont jumps at 1:14. It's the Congratulations William Pike handicap over 1,200 metres. And we'll have a look at the most recent trial of Unitime.
On the outside now, and then came Unitime. He's picked up ground and moved into third place. Getting through on the inside is Reef Keeper inside the 250, and just in front is Demi-Go Round. Demi-Go Round got a half in front. Unitime is down the outside and they've shot clear now from Fire Ant. Unitime is after Demi-Go Round. Unitime, Demi-Go Round. Unitime doing the better work, and Unitime beat Demi-Go Round.
I think the small field here really does suit Unitime down to a T. We saw last preparation the horse was able to reel off some really impressive last 600 and last 400 metre splits, and I can't imagine them going too fast up front, so the horse should be in contact coming around the turn. And look, it has resumed there with that nice little trial victory there, so the horse has returned in some sort of good order. So it goes on top for me from the 3, which is I'm Icy. Don't think the horse was really that suited there last start. It settled outside the leader and had to withstand a mid-race slowdown. It did keep fighting, and I think from gate 1 it should be able to lead here if it jumps well. Third pick is the 2, Lakeview and Star. Well, it's hard to probably knock a William Pike horse in his own race, but look, the horse has returned with an okay trial, I thought. It was a small trial field. It was just a moderate tempo up front. It was going okay through the line. It did show some ability there last preparation. And then fourth pick is the 5, which is Next Stop the Moon. It should be able to come across from the wider barrier, maybe slightly sticky, but it does have some previous good ratings. On top in race 1 is the 1 Unitime. From 3 I'm Icy, 2 Lakeview and Star, and 5 Next Stop the Moon. Race 2 at Belmont jumps at 1:49. It's a Tab Touch Betty or Bet Maiden over 1,300 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent trial of first starter Casa Rosada.
And swinging to the straight, out in front, taking up the lead now for Ben Patterson is Kentucky Love. It leads the way by about a length, looks to try and extend. Censure back to the inside. Wild Valley cruises up on the outside. Now starting to run on is Jungle Monarch, and right off the track Casa Rosada. Anyone's race, Hardly Quiet trying for a run as Censure got through and took a narrow lead. Kentucky Love, and down the outside going home the better and getting the win.
It's had 2 trials so far this preparation, Casa Rosada, and the most recent of those, it jumped well. There was no real intent there initially. It settled midfield and then going towards the line, it was just coming widest into the straight and went onto its own steam to record a pretty nice little victory there. I think from gate 3 it looks ideally placed. Again, it doesn't look like there's too much speed in this event, so it should find itself in a pretty handy position. So I'll have a go with this horse in its first ever start. Second pick is also a first starter in Western Queen. It's had the 1 trial so far this preparation. Held 1 out, 1 back. It was just an even to a slow tempo at best. It peeled, picked up under little effort and went to the line well. So again, you have to respect it from one of the leading stables. Third pick is the 4, Baby Blues, another horse coming off a trial, but we saw last preparation, it was in some of the stronger form races. It just trialled okay there most recently. It came wide, it's a straight, was a little bit green, but it does seem to map particularly well from gate 1. And then fourth pick is the 1, Problematic, who improved a fair bit, being able to settle on speed there last start, over the longer distance and with blinkers on. On top in race 2 is 7, Casa Rosada, from 8, Western Queen, 4, Baby Blues and 1, Problematic. Race 3 at Belmont jumps at 2:24. It's the free entry to Belmont Park Maiden over 1,400 metres. And for our horse and focus, we'll have a look at that most recent performance of Bootleg Rascal last seen at Belmont.
Up near the middle, Vagabond Boy finding a bit of space as well. At the 300, Bruce Almighty Schimmel. On the outside, coming at them is Bootleg Rascal. Manhattan Money is squeezing up on the inside. Pike draws the whip on Bootleg Rascal at the 100. Manhattan Money closing, and down the outside from nowhere, Ensign Pulver. Pike's got the whip on the fave, but Ensign Pulver's got him. Ensign Pulver too good.
We've seen a couple of starts now where Bootleg Rascal has been in front in the straight, loomed up as if it's going to win and then being nailed on the line. The most recent of those, it was just nailed late by Ensign Pulver, who came from last but had been running in some far stronger races in terms of their overall ratings. Bootleg Rascal again finds another ideal race. It seems to draw perfectly from gate 1. Willie Pike's taking the ride once more and it should put itself into the race in the first 3 or 4 runners. Second pick is the 4, which is Aristic. It's drawn out wide, which is a little bit of a concern, but it should roll forward anyway. If you can find the front, that would be absolutely perfect for the horse. Last start, it cast a near hind plate and settled outside the leader, so there was a few little excuses there in running. Third pick is the 5, which is Uncle Mexicola, I should say. Mexicola returned with what was an okay performance. He got way too far back and running and then made up some good ground late. So if he can settle just that little bit closer from gate 9, I'm sure he'll improve with a bit of running under its belt. Fourth pick is the 1, Uncle Con, who didn't have any luck there at all at Pinjarra last start. It was coming off a very slow run race, but in that event, it settled 3 wide without cover. It was still going through the line. It seems to draw a lot better here with gate 5. On top in race 3 is 3 Bootleg Rascal from 4 Eristic, 5 Mexicola and 1 Uncle Con. First leg of the quaddie is race 4. It's jumping at 3 o'clock. It's the Perth Racing Club membership handicap over 1650 metres, and we'll go down to Pinjarra to look at the most recent performance of Early Explorer.
Flexion around the outside of Street Fair Financial. Support headed the remainder. They're into the straight. 350 to go, and Trilly Philly ranges up, grabs the lead from Fashion Forward. Stormy Ruler. Cheru look gone. Early Explorer getting around heels, trying to work clear from Locker in. Trilly Philly, Stormy Ruler picking it up now in the middle though. Down the outside, Financial. Support Early Explorer gets clear, but Stormy Ruler's stolen the march, and Stormy Ruler beat Financial.
As you can see there in the replay, no luck at all with Early Explorer there in the straight. The horse began okay. It was just restrained a little bit early in what was a very bunched field. It wasn't going particularly quick, that event. Ended up 3 back to fence, and then obviously in the straight had to be checked off heels. Really accelerated well once it found clear galloping room, but it was all over too late. Gate 5 does look a little bit kinder for the horse. Hopefully it can just keep itself out of trouble and then use that acceleration that we've seen so far in its career to go through the line the strongest. Second pick is the 4, which is Black Russian. Gets the blinkers on for the first time, and I wonder from gate 2 if they'll just try and put it a little bit more forward into the race. But having said that, it did record some very strong figures there over the last 600 and 400. Again, not necessarily a particularly strongly run race up front, but it should find itself into a nice position. If it gets that clear running room, it's obviously the horse to beat. Third pick is the 2, which is Wild Galar. Probably had a few excuses there last start. It was eased back to a position worse in midfield, 3 wide with cover. It came into the straight with a bit of momentum. Just didn't seem to necessarily pick up as well as what it had done in previous starts. And then fourth pick is the 7, which is Regal Magic. Another horse who just got itself that maybe a fraction too far back in running. Drawn slightly awkwardly here, but it does have the best last start figure. On top in race 4 is 1 Early Explorer from 4 Black Russian, 2 Wild Galar and 7 Regal Magic.